Where I come from I don't have to fail, she justified, and the prince was curious. Why can't you fail? It is because it is not easy for my mother to afford being my school fees. If I fail, it means I don't know what she go through before paying my school fees. That was the first day the prince spoke to her, and the impression he had was different from the rumors that circulated about Jennifer. The entire class was against one girl. It was making her popular in the school. Her dirtiness had made her become the talk of the entire school. Actually, it instead made the prince begin to pay much attention to her gestures. What made her stink of sweat was the explained that she trekked 2 kilometers daily on foot before reaching school. She actually had no money to buy perfume or even to apply body cream. Her prayer was for her mother to pay her fees. By the weekend she even worked of people's farms to be paid, and sometimes they squandered her money. She knew she had to sacrifice the present to be respected tomorrow. The prince was still curious after finding out that there was something mystical about her success but hard work. He decided also to work hard like her, to find if he could make it. The prince had always passed but just an average score. He decided to be reading daily from the very beginning of the last term without ceasing. That was how he had 2 hours a day reading instead of spending sleepless nights when exams were at the door. It was obvious that at the eve of the third term final exams, the prince was relaxing and just revising. After the exams, his father wondered why he never spent countless hours reading. "Son, are you sure you will succeed in your exams? I never saw you reading tediously as usual. Dad, I used to feed the hen the day I was taking it to the market. But the dirty girl taught me her magic and I want to test it. If it work, I will be proud of you. You know, as a king you need to be educated." It was soon going to be the final results. And everyone was curious who was going to top the school that year. 2 prizes were going to be awarded to the best 2 students. 1 female and male student. The school authority had decided to offer a special gift to the best student. During the final year results, everyone assembled as usual to know the awarded students. This was aimed to promote hard work and success. The principal stood up on the pulpit and addressed, "This is a year of grace because you people will be shocked, the best students of the entire school year. The purpose of this award is to encourage hard work. This year the school administration, in collaboration with the Ministry of Social Affairs, have decided to award scholarships to some of the students, especially those who are from a peasant background. This is happening for a very first time after 5 years again. I will be calling on the vice principal to announce this year winners." He got up on the pulpit. Without wasting time he went straight to the point. After consolidation all the school averages, we came out with the best male student. He is a revelation this year and his name is Prince Banboy. There was an uproar. While the noise was still calming down, the vice principal announced, "The best female student is Jennifer Bonglier." Everyone was shocked. They both walked up to the pulpit to receive their awards. It was great news for Jennifer. She was awarded a scholarship to the upper 6th class. Her haters couldn't prove her wrong again as she stood there with her tattered garments with so many stitches, proud of herself. When she was asked what was her secret, she boldly said, "My struggling mum is my inspiration. Her sweat is the spring of hope for me. She cannot send me to school after all the stress in vain." Tears almost dropped from the literature mistress' eyes. She was a mother and wondered if her own children could ever speak so proudly of her in such a manner. She has always been contented with what her mum did for her, and she, despite her tattered garments, she was going to bring good news home to her mum. It was a surprise for her mother. When she got home and broke the news to her mother, she almost shed tears of joy. She was so glad that she rolled on the ground praising and thanking God. "Oh Lord, I thank you for this day. You are the great I am. You truly bless the works of our hands." Jennifer was short of words seeing her mother so happy. While in the palace the king almost fell from the throne learning his son made him proud. He doubted it till he saw his results and even called the principal. "Mr. Principal, why didn't you tell me my son could make me so proud, sir? It happened like magic to us all." When the king was reminded that Jennifer taught him the magic, he asked the prince to invite her to the palace. He needed to see her face, especially when he was told that she was also the best female student. It was on holidays and the prince had to search for her, by finding where she lived. He didn't know where to find her, and when he made his inquiries she had no phone number. But the king was agog and schmaltzy to meet this magician that made him proud of his son. Jennifer had no friend in school that he knew, so the prince decided to find the path to her house. He never lost hope because the zeal and vigor within him seeing his father's joy made him strong and willing to reach to Jennifer. So he followed the path she used to take, and on his way he made an old lady and asked her, "Greetings, my mother. Please, I need a favor from you. How can I help you, my son? I am looking for a girl's house. She is called Jennifer Bonglear. I don't know of such a girl." The old woman ignored till he precised. She used to dress with an oversized school gown with so many stitches. Then she nodded her head, like she remembered something about her. Then she smiled. "I know her. She is a virtuous girl. Her gown is unique and everyone talks of her kindness. She once helped me on her way to school when I was carrying goat dung to my farm, and another day when she was going back home from school. I remember, she said she was going to Kikaikom village. Just go to that village. Thank you, my mother. I am so glad that you speak good words about her. God bless you. You are blessed to go in quest for her, my son." Jennifer's attitude and unique school frock had led the prince to her village. The second time that her tattered gown had proven that she had a mended character. Her outlook was the opposite of her inward self. The prince trekked for 2 hours before reaching her village. Before he got there, he was sweating and he wondered how she left that village to trek to school every day. It was just normal for her to stink of sweat, and she even helped old women on her way. Even carrying goat dung that could make her stink. It was all left for the prince, to start scouting for her house. But how could he be searching for a house while it was said that anyone who asked the road never got missing? At that moment, he saw another woman coming back from the farm and inquired, "Please, my mother, I need a favor and I will be glad if you can be of help. What can I do for you, my son?" "I am looking for Jennifer Bonglear's house." "I am sorry, my son, that name tells me nothing." The woman was jaded after tedious farm work, so it made her furious and rude. But the prince didn't use his authority on her but pleaded, "I am sorry if I bothered you. She used to wear a tattered oversized school gown with so many stitches." At that moment, the woman smiled. Then she took down the basket from her head. "I hail her for her kind gestures. She is a very good girl. If it is about her, I will take you to her house. Her mother is a poor widow. Her unique school uniform had made her famous. When he got there, she was wearing the same school uniform, so it wondered him. Jennifer," he embraced her, with a firm hug. She felt like he was squeezing her, but he was overwhelmed to see her. It shocked her. "What are you doing here?" "I came to find you. Why are you on your uniform?" "I have only one dress. When I wash it, I have to wear my school uniform till it get dry. Even my undergarments are made of old pieces of cloths. My mum is disabled and still struggle to send me to school. She go to the farm on her walking stick and sit on the ground to till the farm. I am the only one left to help. But she still want me to go to school. I am her only Kai." She started sobbing, expressing her plight. As tears drowned her words, she expressed her solitude. "I have no friend, I am lonely and a laughingstock." "Why are you here?" Tears dropped from the prince's eyes, as he tried to explain. "My father wants to see you. Hope I have not done anything wrong." "Nothing, you have brought greatness to his pride and light to his heart." At that moment her mother, limping on her walking stick, lingered towards them. She was shocked to find such a soft boy standing so close to her daughter, gazing through her eyes with affection. "Hope my daughter have not committed any atrocity." "No, mother of Bonglear, I am Banboy. My father wants to meet her to express his gratitude." "Who is your father, my son?" "I am Prince Banboy." "What?" he blurted and added, "What has she done that brings royalty to my place?" "She brought grace to the throne. The king wants to meet her." She had no choice but to follow the prince to the palace. The prince didn't want her to look like a gypsy, and offered to buy her a dress, but she denied. "You cannot look like this before the king. My prince, it is my real self, but I am not comfortable to present you to the king looking tattered. That is the mistake people make." Her statement shocked the prince. "What mistake?" "When a rich man pays a visit to the poor people, instead from the poor man to be themselves, they borrow silver linens, sparkling dishes, and prepare the most delicious expensive meal to please the rich man. The rich man doesn't bother helping again, because they seem better off without his aid. The same way when peasants go to visit the king, they try to suit his eyes. As for me, let him despise my filthy rags, let me not try to please him, while I live in penury, Wow, you are really an intelligent, humble girl.